Hi guys, this is Mac here, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, which is called Mac Vlogs. Mac is back again today evening with another guest of mine from Islamabad. He is a very senior person. His name is Syed Iqtidar Zaidi Sahab. Before I introduce him, I would like to talk a little few lines about him, which I have come to know that what a great personality and what a great human being he is. And he has accomplished and contributed in Pakistan's IT industry. And he has done really amazing work. So a lot of people might not be knowing him. So we need to know who he is, and we're going to get to know him about what exactly he does and he had done and how successful he was for Pakistan. And he has a great journey coming from US San Francisco, where he had graduated from, and he has lived his life in US, and now he's in Pakistan, and he's trying to change the mindset of a lot of people in the IT industry. And one more thing I would like to add, he is still young by his heart. And just now I was having few conversation with him where I get to know that he is still working. He might be more than 65 and 70 years of age, but he looks still young, everyone. So let's welcome him and get to learn what Pakistan's IT industry is all about, and what change and what ideas he can change the mindset of our youngsters and the brothers and sisters who wants to be in the IT industry. So good evening, Mr. Syed Iqtidar Zaidi Sahab. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to you.
Good evening. तो
Yes.
मेरे ख्याल से मैंने जितना भी आपका तारुफ कराया है अपने ऑडियंस से और
It's a
आपके
very
ऑडियंस
good
से,
introduction. Thank you very much. And I hope I live
तो
to it.
अब आप अपने अल्फाज में थोड़ा बहुत कुछ कहना चाहेंगे कि आप हु इज सैयद इक़्तिदार ज़ैदी साहब, ताकि दुनिया आपसे कनेक्ट हो और आपसे सीखे और अपने माइंड में मोटिवेशन लेकर आए और अपने आप को उठाए इस डिफिकल्ट टाइम में इन दिस आईटी इंडस्ट्री वेयर यू हैव बीन अ प्रोडिजी माशाल्लाह. प्लीज गो अहेड.
I can start from the 60s. I don't want to go back more than 60. In 1964, I graduated from University of Karachi. And then
Okay.
I got admitted in US, University of Chicago. And I
Okay.
went to University of Chicago for one semester. It snowed like hell there. And being from Karachi and going to snow country, and earmuffs and all that. And so we were three students that we went together. We decided
I see.
Chicago is not the place for
I
us.
think we I think we all youngsters must have not been born at that time. I'm sure it's way long time
Yeah,
ago.
it was long time. So, then we decided this is not the place for us. So we decided to go to, we really sat on the map. I'm just giving you how you can live your life, really.
Mhm.
That instead of saying, yeah, I have done one semester here, let's finish it, let's go along. I don't believe in that. You can change anytime you want to.
Mhm.
So three of us we got the map of US, and we looked at every state, and we talked to
Mhm.
American friends, yeah, which state is the best? And they said, no doubt it's California. I
Mhm.
said, okay, in California, which city is the best?
Mhm.
So here we are, here I am, thinking I had left my country. Okay. Why should I
Okay.
sell for second best? Okay.
I see.
So let's go for the best. So everybody says San Francisco. But
Mhm.
mind you, that's a retirement community. There are no jobs there, there's nothing. In
Mhm.
60s, it was a sleeping town, really, San Francisco.
Mhm.
And we said, we don't care really. Job is, I don't know how far the job is. Right now, we want to
Mhm.
study and then we can decide where we want to go. So
Mhm.
that's how we ended up in San Francisco.
Mhm.
So while I was going to, I was sent by my father to do my civil engineering there.
Mhm.
So I
I
was
see.
doing my civil engineering, and during that time, I got a job as a computer operator
Mm-hmm.
in a bank. So
I
it used
see.
to be night job. I could go to work at night and then come back in the morning and go to school. It was sort of I used to do computer operator used to be, you put the tape, you could do this, turn the computer on, and you just do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
So after about a year or so, there was a new management at that bank,
Mm-hmm.
and the head of IT, literally, I was sitting on the table with my feet up. So he came and he said, Syed, they call you by first name. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to come to my office. And everybody thought I got fired, that I'm sitting like this. So I was joking with while walking to his office. I said, I was just practicing to be having a job because I had seen him doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he took me to his office. He said, what about if I promote you to software? And I said, I'm doing my engineering. It's my last semester, about. So I'm. So he said, listen, civil engineering is dead. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is future.
Mm-hmm.
IT. I'm talking about 60s. He said, this is future. I'll send you to
Uh-huh.
Berkeley for computer course because don't know computer science or anything. So I'll send you
Mm-hmm.
to Berkeley. I'll send you to IBM schools, and then we'll hire you as a software guy.
Okay.
So that's how I got into
IT.
IT. Okay, I said, okay, forget the engineering. I keep changing things. I said, I've learned, done it, so fine, let's move on. So I got a job as a software engineer. By the way, at that bank, Larry Ellison of Oracle used to work with me. So we
Mm-hmm.
became best friends. He was going to
I
school, I was going to school, and that's the way it was. So from then I
Before
got a
you
job.
proceed, I'm sorry for
Gee,
that. Yeah, before you proceed, I'm sorry for that. I would just like to add
no
one more
problem.
thing. Yeah, can you just educate our youngsters from
Sure.
Pakistan? Way back in 1960, when you were growing up in your university time and you were working in the IT field, what was the environment all about and how the things were which you felt that the IT could be the future?
Um, when I was there in US,
Yeah.
yeah. See, then I read what is IT, what is coming, and in those days, they had mainframes, and they used to sit on banks behind
Hmm.
in the windows, so you could see the things blinking and all that. There was no security, nothing because people didn't know it. You'd be surprised the computer I worked on was 14K,
Oh my
14K
goodness.
memory. Okay. And that was
Okay.
mainframe.
Uh-huh.
It was worth
Mainframe.
$1 million in those days, 60s.
Hmm.
So then I studied and looked at magazines and this, what is happening and all that. And I said, this is the thing. The other thing, why I like IT, because IT, you don't get bored. You work for a bank, you know the banking, okay? You work for army, you know the army. Basically, top down. Sometimes the people above don't even know what the people below doing. But we knew.
Hmm.
Okay? So really,
Hmm.
it's very challenging. So whenever you're doing anything, you just keep, you know, shifting this. So that, grabbed me that, okay, there's something I want to do that keeps me motivated. G,
When you were in US, as you said
G.
just now, so during that time, I'm sure you might have come across Microsoft, and all the
Hmm.
other high IT companies like Oracle, Cisco. These
Ji, ji.
companies came bit late, way too late, right? But what I mean to say that is during your time, like Microsoft was evolving, where we used to see the different computers were coming up, from
Mhm,
basic to different types of softwares like Microsoft Windows, you
mhm,
know the things were evolving and changing. So how did you see that in the US today, when we talk about Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, who have
mhm,
created really amazing products which they can call their own brands,
mhm,
Apple is
mhm,
brand, the Windows, Microsoft is a brand itself in the US.
mhm,
So, but
mhm,
we in Pakistan are lacking in IT, and because at the moment we see Pakistan way too behind in digitalization and IT infrastructure. So, what role did you play when you came to Pakistan from US, and what changes you would like to see in Pakistan?
Okay. Uh, See, in 19, as I said, I stopped working, and in 80s, I started my own company. It was called
Okay.
US Business Software, and
Mm-hmm.
Larry started Oracle, and he asked me
Mm-hmm.
to join Oracle. And in those days, no, I said, I'm going to do my way. So anyway, one thing I did, I asked Larry to open an office of Oracle in Pakistan,
Okay.
which he did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me back up a little bit. आप कह रहे हैं ना Microsoft. We used to
Mm-hmm.
call him punks. Microsoft guy, squeaky voice. He used to go to IBM and sell it. And so here we were used to sit as a mainframe and big guys. So we used to make fun of him. Then
Mm-hmm.
Compaq came and this, and they used to have big boxes. They used to call it,
Yeah.
carry, you can carry any place. So those were those days. And then while I was in US in 78, I had started my company. Apple started in 76 or something like that, or 77, 76, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited. I went to Apple. He says, hey, I'm from Pakistan. I'm from IT. I'd like to represent you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The lady said, great, good, sign up here. And he signed me as a distributor to Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the plane and came to Pakistan, and I said, yes, you know, I want to bring these computers to Pakistan, and this is PCs. And so there was used to be organization, machine, something. I still remember his name, Mohammed Hussain. He says, hey, you can't bring this PCs. We don't need PCs. We already don't have job, and they're going to take our job. I said, no, they create more jobs, but they take some job, but definitely. Well, he said, no, get out of here. So I spent about 3, 4 months. Finally, I
Mm-hmm.
gave up. I said, forget it. I'm going. After I left, there was somebody in Amir Ali Fancies. They approached Apple, and they got the distributorship, and then they started selling computers. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel that I brought PCs to Pakistan.
Okay.
Then this is one of my thing that I feel that PCs were introduced. After that, BCCI Bank and
Yeah.
Aga Sanabdi, he was famous for
Mm-hmm.
having money and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
my friend Nana was Justice a clerk. He used to work
Okay.
for Aga Sanabdi.
Okay.
So my friend said, if you want to know anything about IT, see Zaidi.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Mm-hmm.
came to see me, and he said, I want to open a company bigger than IBM in
I
Pakistan.
see. Okay.
I said, Justice, what are you talking about? It costs billions and billions of dollars. तो उनके पास था
Mhm.
ना, he had 10 million or 20 million budget. I said, that doesn't, no, no, sorry, I can't help you there. So I said, why don't you? One thing, there's no institution in Pakistan which teaches IT. So why don't you start an institution in Pakistan which teaches IT? He got mad
Mhm.
at me. He said, you crazy guy, I'm here. I want to start, give hard time to IBM, and you're telling me to. I said, okay, I can't help you there. So he left. I had
Mhm.
made a small feasibility कि भाई ये आप ऐसा करें. 6 months later, he came back. He says, no, not a bad idea. Let's work on it. So I was joking with him. I said, listen, now this is 80s again, $15,000 is a lot of money. So I said, this time I'm going to charge you $15,000 for this feasibility. And he said, no, no, no. I said, so I was kidding with him. At least I want to know if he's serious.
Mhm.
So anyway, BCCI Fast was born.
Mhm.
Okay. So that was my idea. That was my brainchild. So yeah. So after the PCs, I believe I introduced, an institute, FAST, which is now for Advancements of Science and Technology, which is a very good institute. And the kids from that school were all over America. Oracle was full of them in the beginning. And so that was the second thing that I feel कि भाई was a big achievement.
Mhm.
तो हो गया PC education. Talk to Larry. I used to go and say, talk to people about Oracle. They say, yeah, you can buy Fox Pro and I can hire a guy for 5,000 rupees. Now we're talking about 90s, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they said, we don't need Oracle. Are you crazy? I said, man, one of these days you're going to need Oracle. So anyway, we introduced Oracle and Oracle came and now you know the story. Then the other contribution I feel I have, that without naming any company, they hate me anyway, they were dumping their old equipment in Pakistan.
Acha.
Okay? Big companies, they go on. People don't know anything about IT. You say, you need this computer. And here I was from Silicon Valley. I said, yeah, they're dumping these things. So with one bank, they had just ready to sign. And I took the time with the president of the company, of the bank.
Mhm.
And I said, please, at that time, I had started my company in Pakistan representing Sun. So I said, you don't have to buy Sun. I'm not here to sell you Sun, but I will not let you buy old equipment. Ask them to give you latest technology. So I made a lot of people mad and all that. And they did not buy from us, but they asked them to really give them the latest machine. So I feel we educated in this, we also educated the army in Pakistan that you have choices
Mhm.
and we want you to learn. We want your um, people to really know what Oracle is, what Sun is, what this is, why you guys are so organized. Okay. And we train these people from army how to fix Sun, how to Oracle, how to do this, how to do that. And they started their own thing. So those guys were
Mhm.
left off before. They were thinking, hey, we're the greatest people making money and all that. I said, make money, but don't cheat Pakistan. Okay.
Mhm.
So that was that. Then I started company here. I came in 90. In 90 to 92, I was consulting with Oracle and without any payment really. I said, I'm here on a chill mode, so I'll come whenever you want. And I used to live in Murray. My daughters were
Okay.
going to school in St. Denis. So I used to come 3 days a week and work for them. Then in 93, I started my own company. And just three people, me and one engineer and one receptionist. Okay. That's how we started.
Mhm.
One thing
Before you
I,
proceed with that journey of yours, can you just
yeah,
let my audience know that what are the other companies which you have bought from US to have a setup in Pakistan so that people will get some idea in that area as well. So what are those companies and the brands which you bought it from US to Pakistan to have a setup?
basically, it was Sun Microsystem,
Sun
Oracle,
Microsystems,
Oracle was
Oracle,
there, Oracle was there, and then plus small companies really, or
I see.
software companies, all that. And
Mm.
so we
Are they
brought
still
these.
existing now? Do you have the hold
Ye-
of them or someone else has overtaken it?
Sorry?
Are those companies still existing in Pakistan with
The company
your connect?
I started, yes, it still exists. I sold my
Mm-hmm,
share in 2015,
mm-hmm,
2015,
mm-hmm,
and decided to pursue other things.
I see.
Nothing really, just doing anything we want. Traveling, do a lot of traveling. Europe, I have
Mm-hmm,
seen America by plane, by train, by road. Then I visit now European country, Eastern Europe. Eastern. That's my
mm-hmm,
passion. I want to see the world
mm-hmm,
before I go. So the company is still there,
mm-hmm,
and it's a very unique company. So we started with
I
three
see.
people.
Mm-hmm.
When I left, we had 300 plus high tech people. Okay,
Oh my God. Wow. What a
and
great turnaround,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, and
Mhm,
some people, the guy I hired, which I'm paying 5,000 rupees a month, and I was really disheartened. Okay, but what intelligent people we have, paying 5,000. So when I formed the company, our thing was to create job for youth.
mhm.
Okay, high
This is
tech
which is
job for
lacking
youth.
at the moment, which is still
Gee,
lacking in Pakistan for sure.
yeah, it's still lacking because people, non-IT people are running IT companies. Really, they have no idea.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not saying anybody. Some people are there for making money. To me, money is
No knowledge
byproduct.
at all. They want to interfere
Most
in
of
all
them,
types of businesses, what I would believe.
yeah, no. I give you example. The Sun Microsystem was very famous for engineering. And when I
Mm-hmm,
came to Pakistan, I checked around. There was Bibuji Group, which make Firestone
mm-hmm,
tires and all that. They were representing them. So I talked to Sun. You haven't sold the machine in the last 3, 4 years. Why don't you give me the dealership? And they said, no, no, we're happy with them. उस जमाने में था कि भाई, if your friends, they wine and dine and all that. Finally, I went to BBG Group. I said, why don't you introduce Sun? Why do you take
mm-hmm,
it? He said, well, IT is a big name, so we wanted to add to our profile, portfolio. Okay, we represent IT. So that's why they did it. Finally, they said, you want to take it, you take it. So then other people say it's too expensive, won't work, you're wasting your time. Same lot of naysayers. So we did that. And I'll just tell you a short story about my first sale.
mm-hmm,
I went to Alcatel, and luckily that guy had a PhD from US, from MIT.
mm-hmm.
He was
I
heading
see.
the IT thing.
Okay.
And I said, you have our RFP here. He said, yes,
Mm-hmm.
for big computers.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I want to, be your. He said, well, how many people you had?
Mm-hmm.
I said, how many engineers you had? I said, one engineer. How many other guys there? I said, one receptionist. So he
Mm-hmm.
laughed, He said, do you keep spare parts? I said, no, we're just starting a company.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I convinced, listen, you are from the US, I'm from US, I have all the experience. I worked there, I had my own company, and we'll buy two computers of the same specs.
Mm-hmm.
So if something goes wrong, I won't make any money, but something goes wrong, I'll get you a new computer. That company still have that computer. And so he gave me that, and he was happy. So in our company, I taught our colleagues, I don't call them employees, colleagues,
Mm-hmm.
tell the truth and do your best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में हो जाएगा, कर लेंगे, देख लेंगे, ये हो जाएगा.
Mm. That type of laid back mindset of the people are so much
जी,
still existing now here.
जी, वो आएगा, वो पंक्चर हो गया, गाड़ी टूट गई, ये हो गया. I used to stop. Is the job done? He said, no. Okay, go back, do it. Then come back, tell me. So it took me a long time, but it's another thing, corporate culture I was talking about. You have to create
Mm-hmm.
that culture. Okay. I give you example. We got a big contract from British Petroleum.
I see.
It was $1 million, $2 million contract. So the lady was Pakistani. She had come from US.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there. She said, I want to see the CEO of this company. I was, yeah, I'm the CEO. He said, I don't trust Pakistanis. Man, why not? You don't deliver on time. Man, you haven't tried us, so why are you saying this? So she said, I want this machine in 6 weeks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I checked with Sun. I said, can you deliver this machine? He said, 4 weeks we'll deliver. I
I
went
see.
to her. I said, we'll deliver in 8 weeks. I kept the cushion. Deliver in 8 weeks. She says, okay. Then what happened? That Sun का कोई था जहाँ से they used to make parts of Sun. They went on strike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all of a sudden, we couldn't get the shipment. Sun told them, there's no way we can give you this. Up now, we have this lady, she already told me, you don't fulfill your thing. So I said, I really don't care how much it cost us. We just went to Singapore and all over the world. I said, kahin bhi hai, we buy it. And we take a
Mm-hmm.
loss, but we'll keep our commitment. We couldn't find it. Okay.
With
Ji?
your all the experience of yours in the IT industry,
Ji,
by
ji.
looking at Pakistan market at the moment, or maybe
Mhm.
if you go a few years back, or as we look ahead for the future, what do you think is lacking in our youth and our youngsters to not pursuing their dreams the way passionately you did it in 1960?
Mhm. Um, See, people like security. Majority like security. Security is
Yes.
you get a job, 9 to 5.
Hmm.
That's it. You get paid, you go celebrate every weekend, you go on. The people don't want to take chances. Okay.
But are you saying that Pakistani people are not in that position to take risks?
No, but see, the people that in my company,
Hmm.
one of them is CEO of another company. These are the people who work with me.
Hmm.
And quite a few people have started their own company. By the way, the guy I hired for 5,000 rupees, He's working for T-Mobile in Seattle for $15,000 a month. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So some people are, I always say, create jobs.
Hmm.
If you work, you're taking somebody's job. Okay. If you leave that
Hmm.
job and you create some more jobs. Okay.
You're just
So,
you're exactly saying the same thing, which I totally believe in myself by doing
mhm.
this, that only the entrepreneurs at the moment in Pakistan can create the job creation. Do you agree
Mhm.
with that?
Yeah, the job creation is the best way to move the economy. You're taking one guy out of the system who is not going to
Hmm.
be unemployment or anything. You're just going to create some jobs. So, by the way, the team I had at Techaccess,
Hmm.
and I had a team of US guys in US. This
Hmm.
team was at least 5 times better. So
Okay.
I'm not saying a Pakistani and youth, they're not giving chance really. आप कह रहे हैं ना कि my idea was to create some company, not like Microsoft or anything, but at least like Tata and all this, and we were on the path of that. But here's no financing for people. For the in America, there is financing there. The
Hmm.
bank take risk. Okay,
Hmm.
here the bank don't take risk. The government doesn't take risk.
Because
I
they
have,
don't believe in the talent and the skills of our own manpower.
yeah, they don't. You know, so
Because if they start believing in our own youth, which is the future, I believe we can create lots and lots of entrepreneurs of Pakistan, and the job creation can be automatically being done by individual entrepreneurs, right?
exactly,
At the moment,
exactly.
as we all promise, and we get to hear from the government level saying, we're going to create 5 million jobs, we're going to create 10 million jobs, but all those jobs cannot be created until and
Hmm.
unless you create the environment of
Environment, right? Yeah,
producing
we
the
encourage
entrepreneurs.
people to see if government is not taking risks, why a
How
youngster
can
will
you
take?
expect the normal youth to take the
Yeah,
risk?
okay, yeah. See, why Silicon Valley is unique? Okay, they
Mhm.
hire people who have failed. Okay, you start a business,
I agree.
you fail, you go apply for a job, they hire you right away. They say, "Yeah, this guy knows marketing, this guy knows management, this guy knows this, this guy knows this." Here they say, oh, this guy failed. I don't want to do anything with him.
You
The
know,
guy
in
has
US, I
failed.
came
See?
in US, I came across a idea which really clicks in my mind today while talking to you. That there's a platform, where people like youngsters after they graduate from their universities and all, if they want to
Mhm.
become entrepreneurs and all, they go and pitch their ideas in front of them so that
Yes.
they can
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
what ideas they are going to be, whether those ideas going to be innovative, creative, or in
Hmm.
a different mold. So if
Hmm.
those companies who have the finance and the money, when they believe in your idea, they buy those ideas to make you the entrepreneur and you get the royalty out of that. Why can't something like that be created in Pakistan?
Um, Masroor, I tried my best really. हमारे
Yes.
जो है डॉक्टर अताउर रहमान, I talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
said, really, if you can subsidize my half the salaries of people, I'll hire them. I'll pay half mine. I train them, um, and they'll get the jobs. We'll train them. We were the first company to have on campus. Not we used to have our own office,
Mm-hmm.
just like Stanford. Okay, we and Dr. Arshad from NUST, we formed a corporate advisory council. Okay, because they're teaching something else, I need something else. Okay, so
Okay.
we brought industry and academia together. Said
Okay.
teach something that I want to hire them. So we used to internees from LUMS, from GIK, from NUST, and they will excel. Okay, you just polish them. We have
Hmm.
ethics, values, ye wo. कि बस सच बोलने, do your best. And the culture we created at Tech Access um, was just superb, really. People wanted to be there, okay? And we
Hmm.
had accountability.
Hmm.
We were respecting everybody. We gave them um, open thing. Especially जो आपके है ना techies, they don't want to
Hmm.
be watched. They're creative people, okay? By the way,
Have you come
all,
across the universities and colleges in Pakistan teaching entrepreneurship, or that degree course or that course it doesn't exist
I
in
think that
Pakistan?
they're teaching, but see again,
Mm.
I have offered myself, and कि भाई, I'll teach, but the guy who's teaching doesn't want me to come there.
Macha.
If a professor teaching entrepreneurship, he's not an
Mhm.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, only
Okay.
the entrepreneur can teach the
Yeah,
whole
the
idea and
only
the experience.
entrepreneur can teach you what you go through. Okay.
And entrepreneurship is all about the life journey, and
Yes,
the
yes, it
obstacles
is.
you go through in your
Yeah.
life.
See, entrepreneurship. Just I graduated in math. Okay. तो मैं यार छोड़ा मैथ बहुत हो गया I don't want it. Civil engineering. I said I don't want it. Then I did IT. After 10 years of IT, I said there was a course offer as human relations and organizational behavior. It
Hmm.
was a new course in 80s. I want to do that. So I did that. Okay. So, so you keep people are scared. कि भाई, I want security. That's all. Yeah.
So if you're given an opportunity in any
जी.
platform, like for example, since I'm taking your interview now, but if there's any platform where you can be called on that platform to express your knowledge with all the youngsters out there where they can come and learn from you, would you be interested in that?
That's my
Because we need to
passion.
change the mindset of
Uh-uh.
the youngsters.
Yeah, it's my passion. That's what I'm doing. Really, I love to raise standard of living our youth. Okay,
Hmm.
I want to see them excel. I
Hmm.
take pride in, just like I told you, this guy is making $15,000. It makes me
I
happy.
see.
Okay, and again, I keep
You
going
know,
back
I
to
take
my.
this honor. I definitely take this honor in being beside you if you need any support, any help of mine, because I believe that I am also in the same streamline of yours in terms of the mentality that I want to bring and create entrepreneurs in Pakistan. So hope I can learn from you and I can be of any
That
support to
I can
you
learn
in
from you.
bringing
Huh?
changing the mindset of the
Sure,
people,
sure. Ji.
because this is the need of our country. If you see our
It
neighbors like
is.
India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka,
Ji.
they
Yeah.
are flourishing,
Ji.
internationally.
Ji.
But
Ji.
Pakistan is at least way behind of these our neighbors.
Ji. Say, I love to, if I can be of any help, I love to. Okay.
Amazing,
And
amazing. I'm so
yeah,
happy to be connected with you today and able to connect you to the all the people out there internationally through my platform, basically, because I believe in one thing: change the mindset of the people, they will bring the change.
yeah. See, my theory is, my philosophy is, most security is in insecurity.
Hmm.
Let me explain. When you're insecure, you're secure.
Mm,
Okay.
true.
When you have a job, you're secure, you think, but tomorrow the job is, the guy says you're fired. So you're
You
not
can just see
secure.
the example. You can see the example of COVID-19 from last year
Yeah,
onwards when we
yeah,
all
yeah,
have been locked down. We all are in
yeah,
the same boat, you know, when everyone lost their jobs. So what are
Yeah.
you going to do? You're going to blame
Yeah.
yourself that, oh my God, I don't have a job now? No.
Uh-huh.
Find yourself. Find yourself.
Yeah.
Allah has
Yeah.
given you an opportunity today to express, I mean, to find yourself, what talent and what skill do you have. If you
Yeah.
don't have it,
Yeah.
enhance them and
You
become an
change.
entrepreneur rather than just going back to the job again and finding the job. I believe that you should not go to the job. You should start becoming an entrepreneur.
बिल्कुल 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 you contribute to society, you have ideas, you have, and जरूरी नहीं है जैसे मैंने आपको बताया ना कि math to civil engineering to IT to human relations and whatever you you're never too old कि भाई मैंने तो BSc कर लिया बस अब तो मेरे 4 साल ज़ाया हो जाएंगे नहीं I tell you
Mm.
my daughter went to school
You
in
know,
San Francisco.
my father used to tell, my
जी
father used,
जी go.
my father used to tell me, success is not a destination. Success is an ongoing journey.
Yes, it is. It is.
So this what
So
we
is
have to change
happiness.
the mindset of our, yeah. So we have
Yeah.
to keep on telling our youngsters and the youth of Pakistan, don't rely on one success of yours. You work for another. Keep on working towards different successes. Just keep on
Bill.
running after something or the other and make a goal, make a dream of yours.
Mhm.
As a you need to set some benchmarks to achieve your success, but the success should
Mhm.
be ongoing. It shouldn't stop at a
Right.
certain age or certain time. You're a great inspiration. We can see you today that you are not even retired. A lot of people retire and they just let themselves go. But mashallah, look at you. You are
Uh,
still running after goal which you want to achieve and you want to bring the change.
yeah, just and the key is again, Masroor, you need to enjoy every stage of life.
Mm.
Doing business.
Yeah.
Um,
You need to be passionate. You need to
mhm.
enjoy what work you do, so you will
Right.
never get tired of working day or
Yes,
night.
I was known as the chill CEO. They used to come and मर गए लुट गए ये हो गया मैं so what? What's the problem? ऐसे
Move
ये
on, move on, keep on
yeah,
moving.
okay, now you told me the problem. What are the options? You tell me. What can we do? Well, then they will come up with the solution. I don't
Definitely.
tell them anything. Just, oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do this. Then do it. What's the problem?
Just do it. Nike's
Yeah,
brand says, not just
yeah,
do it.
just do
You
it.
don't have to be right now. You just
So
do it.
instead of complaining and this and that, see, when you have problem, look for the solutions. We end up
Definitely.
concentrating on focusing on problem. Yeah.
I agree. Well, before we can wrap up our interview today, Mr. Syed Iqtidar Zaidi Saab, आपका बहुत 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 शुक्रिया for being my guest tonight. This evening. I really thoroughly enjoyed having you and learning all the experiences and the journey and the knowledge which you had shared with us. Definitely, we would like you to have in our society where we can change the mindsets. This is the only objective I
Sure.
have, and I would be definitely be in touch with you so that we can bring change together.
Sure. Anytime will be my
So
pleasure.
before you leave, yeah, before you leave, from a great personality and a human being like you, can you say a few words about my channel? How was your experience being a guest of mine today on MacBlogs? So that at least I will get a little bit motivation from your side as well.
I think you're doing a great job. And again, just when kind of the key is, just as I said, bringing um, academia and industry together. Same, you're
Hmm.
doing people together. Really, you're just exploring the ideas, and people are
Connecting
learning.
minds.
Yeah, you're connecting people, and
Yeah.
that's what it is really. Okay, by people get
Mm.
ideas. Okay, people won't get scared. But
Yeah.
you just jump in. The art of the start is start. Okay,
Just start.
most
Ready,
लोग
set, go.
जी, just go. Start.
Just go.
I want to do this. You think about it. क्या repercussion है? क्या है? How much? Again, I say if you have 5 rupees, don't look at something which is 10 rupees. You'll be frustrated. So let's see what you can do in 5 rupees. What can you do in
Agreed.
the sources you have? Okay, let's build on it. Instead of, if I had, people say that if I had 2 million, I would do this. No, you don't have 2 million. You will have 2 million. Then you can do that. And
Definitely. We should
I
have
think
the will, have the will
you,
to start from the scratch.
you're doing a great job bringing people
So
together
thank
and
you.
knowledge together.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for
My
being
pleasure. My
once
pleasure.
again
Thank you for
another
inviting
big thank you. A big
me.
thank you
Okay.
to you for being part of MacBlock's family from today onwards. So
Okay.
everyone, please, a humble request to all my followers and audience and the followers of Iqtidar Zaidi Saab. Please go and connect with him and change your life, the mindset, and be positive. This is what we require in our society, the positivity, be honest, and go after
Good.
your dreams and express yourself and achieve the goal. You should set some benchmarks to achieve your goals. Thank you so much once again. Everyone, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like Mac Vlogs to keep supporting and be part of Mac Vlogs family. So let us bring another guest of mine with another topic, another content we will be bringing soon. Thank you so much once again.
Thank
God bless you all with your families. Stay safe and wear the mask and keep looking after your elders and love your younger ones. Thank you so much. That was the positive message I had for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening.